My son got 2 lineal belts, man.
Who did you lose
to? He ain't in the
to?
pound-for-pound list, man.
Yo,
this is
senior,
bullshit.
Senior, who did you lose to?
Bullshit.
Who did you lose to?
You been babied
you was
all
in
your
the corner
freaking
that
life.
night. You was in the corner that
babied
night.
all your life.
Okay, now watch this.
Man,
watch
got
January
you on the
31st.
pound-for-pound list, man.
After the fight, I want you to
Zepeda.
talk everything you've been talking since I've been baby.
Man, I can't wait,
I'm gonna show you.
Man, I wish it was tomorrow, man. I wish it was today, man.
Man, we could. I'm ready right now.
Shut you down.
I'm ready at any given time.
Going to fight in the future, so I didn't really understand what was the issue with me sizing him up during that time. But it never was.
This is the moment everything exploded. Teofimo Lopez crossed the line, no question. The slap sparked instant tension, and yes, Shakur Stevenson did get angry, because no fighter stays silent in a moment like this. But Teofimo made it physical first. Shakur's reaction showed pride, fire, and the mindset of a fighter who refuses to be disrespected. Frank Warren is basically saying this should stay professional, that face-offs are not street fights and fighters should save everything for fight night. But the reality is, when respect is crossed, emotions take over. Shakur Stevenson reacted like any real fighter would. Teofimo Lopez making it physical only shows who lost control first.
They've had a push and a shove.
Well, this is not a gang fight, you know. The only two have been fighting are the boxers and save it for the night. They don't get paid. They don't get paid to fight before the fight. Stupid.
Eddie Hearn breaks it down perfectly from a fighter's mindset. He is saying that once personal lines are crossed, reactions become unavoidable. That explains Shakur Stevenson's anger without excusing the situation. Teofimo Lopez took it beyond words first, and once it turned physical, a response was always coming.
When someone pushes your buttons, when someone shoves you like that, when someone starts talking about your mum, no man, look, I'm a complete pussy, right? If you start talking about my mum and all this other stuff, I'm gonna have a pop at you. I can't fight, but I don't care, I'll have a right go. And you're talking about the world heavyweight champion. If you start talking to him like that, if you shove him like that, he's gonna react.
The Wade concept is saying it should not happen, but it is nothing new in combat sports. He is pointing out that boxing has seen much worse moments. That puts this face-off into perspective. The difference here is who started it. Teofimo Lopez chose to make it physical. Shakur Stevenson reacting does not make him wrong. It shows he is not weak and not willing to be pushed around before a fight of this magnitude.
Over the line, you shouldn't be doing it. They shouldn't be putting hands on each other, but it is the fight game, and we've seen far worse. We've seen guys get in fights. We've seen people throw dollies in this game, in the combat sport.
Abel Sanchez is clearly outlining the boxing reality. He is saying Shakur Stevenson wins this fight if he controls distance and pace. That is Shakur's world. Teofimo Lopez needing to attack tells you everything. He cannot outbox Shakur. That pressure explains the frustration we saw at the face-off. When a fighter knows he must force the fight, emotions tend to spill over outside the ring first.
Shakur's a great talent, and Teofimo looked great in his last fight. Of course, he didn't have Shakur in front of him. But I think that for Shakur, he has to keep the fight at his distance. If he does that, I think it's a win for him. Teofimo, he's more, he wants to draw you in, he wants to counterpunch. He's gonna have to be a different guy this time. He's gonna have to attack. He's gonna have to be leading the fight.
Timothy Bradley Jr. is warning people not to underestimate Teofimo Lopez's physical tools. He is talking about speed and athleticism. That is fair, but boxing is not only about athleticism. Shakur Stevenson beats fighters with timing, control, and IQ. Those skills frustrate aggressive fighters the most. When speed alone is not enough, panic sets in. That tension was already visible during the face-off.
The real. It's not gonna be an easy damn fight for Shakur Stevenson. Nope, it ain't gonna be an easy fight. Nope. After studying freaking Lopez yesterday, man, look, that athleticism that he got, that speed.
Johnny Nelson is focusing on timing and responsibility. He is saying this kind of action creates danger and problems for officials. That criticism is aimed at the action itself. Again, Teofimo Lopez created that situation. Shakur Stevenson did not walk in looking for trouble. These moments can affect fights mentally. Fighters who lose discipline early often struggle to stay calm when the bell finally rings.
He's done this morning, man. To make the way how he's done it, you know, on the morning of a fight, it's just wrong. It's dangerous, and the board are now in a situation where they think shit. So I don't know how they're going to deal with that.
Simon Jordan is saying he has seen worse and is not personally offended by the incident. That may be true historically, but context matters. This was not hype building, it was frustration spilling out. Shakur Stevenson staying composed after being disrespected says a lot about his mentality. Teofimo Lopez crossing that line suggests he is already feeling the pressure of what Shakur brings into the ring.
He smashed an egg in his face. I mean, how many times have we seen boxers do things that they shouldn't do? You know, we saw Derek Chisora spit on Vitaly Klitschko.
We didn't need that.
I'm not offended by it.
Adam Smith is saying this behavior should not be encouraged, but it is part of boxing's chaotic nature, and it has added fuel to the event. That is true from a promotional angle, but fights are not won by moments at face-offs. Shakur Stevenson thrives when pressure rises. This kind of chaos does not benefit someone who relies on emotion. It benefits the fighter who stays sharp and calculated. Teofimo Lopez may have grabbed headlines, but Shakur is focused on winning rounds, controlling tempo, and proving his superiority when it actually matters.
You're twice as big for the casual fans. Do we condone it? I mean, in boxing terms, should that happen at a head-to-head? Of course not, but these things do happen. This is the fight business, and it's just made it even bigger, and we wait to see what happens next. And
Dave Coldwell is stressing that once hands are laid, the tone shifts completely. This is no longer verbal hype. That is the key point. Teofimo Lopez took it to another level first. Shakur Stevenson reacting after that does not make him reckless. It makes him real. Respect is a major currency in boxing. Fighters who cross that line early often do it because words and confidence are no longer enough. Shakur's calm intensity after the incident suggests he is locked in mentally, not rattled.
Everything that, because that's a little bit naughty. Because I know it's all, you know, fun and games at press conferences, but when you lay your hands on another man's face, whether there's an egg in it or not, you've laid your hands on his face, and that takes it to.
Eddie Hearn is comparing this moment to other high-pressure situations, explaining how even composed fighters can unravel when respect is tested. That comparison matters. It shows how rare it is to stay calm in heated moments. Shakur Stevenson showed restraint after being slapped. That speaks volumes. Teofimo Lopez forcing emotion instead of trusting his boxing hints at insecurity. When fighters rely on agitation instead of skill, it often means they are unsure how the fight plays out once the bell rings.
The push was, we've seen worse, you know what I mean? But lively, and what followed actually was one of the few times that I've seen Anthony Joshua unravel, if you like, because normally he's very composed, but you can't be composed when a man's talking to you like that.
The Wade concept is repeating the idea that this crossed a line, but it is not unprecedented in combat sports. History supports that view. However, context always matters. This was not mutual chaos. One fighter escalated it. Shakur Stevenson did not seek the moment, he responded to it. That distinction is important. Fighters who feel comfortable in their abilities rarely need to create drama. Fighters who feel pressure often do. Shakur looks focused on legacy, while Teofimo Lopez looks focused on disruption.
Two fighters on stage that are face-off? Of course not. Yes, it's over the line. You shouldn't be doing it. They shouldn't be putting hands on each other. But it is the fight game, and we've seen far worse. We've seen guys get in fights. We've seen people throw dollies in this game, in the combat sports world.
Ben Whitaker is praising Teofimo Lopez's athleticism, but ultimately siding with Shakur Stevenson because of boxing fundamentals. That sums it up perfectly. Athleticism fades when fights slow down. Shakur controls rhythm, distance, and decision-making. That is why so many fighters struggle against him. The face-off incident feels like an attempt to break that calm, but Shakur does his talking through control, not chaos, and that usually decides high-level fights.
Teofimo, he's funny, he's got character, but he's a great fighter. He's very athletic. He comes from awkward angles, and I do like his style, but I study boxing, I watch boxing, I do like Shakur's style. The way he breaks his opponents down, he slows it down to his pace, he's got good distance. If you got to pick someone, I'm going Shakur.
This exchange perfectly highlights the tension and confidence of both fighters. Shakur Stevenson is calm but firm, signaling that no amount of swagger or aggressive face-offs will rattle him. Teofimo Lopez is trying to assert himself with intimidation, but Shakur's words show he sees the game clearly and understands what is coming. He respects styles, studies opponents, and adapts with intelligence. That mindset separates great fighters from the rest. A slap or push might grab headlines, but in the ring, control and precision matter far more. Shakur's composure and mental strength are evident even here, proving he does not need to escalate to match aggression. While Teofimo is emotional and reactive, Shakur stays measured, confident, and ready to dismantle anyone who underestimates him. Moments like these foreshadow that fight night will be about strategy, timing, and mental toughness, not who can create chaos on stage.
Come fight night, we'll figure out whether he's better than Zepeda or more of a challenge than Zepeda. I know Zepeda's style.
Hold the don't try me.
Nah, I'm just saying, bro, like, you ain't fight a fighter with that kind of style yet to know, like, whether he's, you know, that's all I'm saying.
Don't try me.
You bring a different style to the table.
Eddie Hearn nails exactly why Shakur Stevenson is so special. He is not just talented, he is obsessed with perfection, relentless in training, and disciplined beyond most fighters' comprehension. That combination of hunger and skill is what frustrates opponents like Teofimo Lopez. While Teofimo relies on natural ability and athleticism, Shakur builds every punch, every movement, and every tactic in the gym before he even steps in the ring. His dedication to craft shows in face-offs too. He studies, adapts, and maintains control, never letting raw emotion dictate his actions. Teofimo's aggressive attempt to provoke him only highlights Shakur's superior mental strength. Fighters like Shakur, who are gym rats, boxing fanatics, and tacticians, almost always find a way to dominate when it counts. By the time the bell rings, it will not matter who pushed or slapped first, because Shakur's preparation, focus, and calculated approach will dictate the outcome.
And Shakur's brilliant at that because, one, he wants top sparring, but two, he gives his time as well because he's a gym rat, he's a boxing lunatic. He loves.
The final showdown between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez is more than just a fight. It is a battle of wills and strategy. Shakur has shown throughout his career that he is not only technically brilliant, but mentally unshakable. The face-off incident revealed Teofimo's frustration and aggression, but also highlighted Shakur's composure and intelligence in high-pressure moments. On fight night, it will be about who can impose their game plan and maintain control under fire. If Teofimo wins, it would be a massive statement and shake up the lightweight scene, but it would also show that raw aggression can overcome precision and strategy. If Shakur shocks the world as expected, he will prove why he is considered one of the smartest fighters in the sport. His ability to read opponents and stay disciplined will outshine Lopez's flashy athleticism. Mentally, Shakur looks stronger and hungrier. The slap and push only fueled his focus and determination. He thrives under pressure, and this fight will be no different. Fans, this is the moment to watch every second count. Who do you think will come out on top? Join the debate in the comments and share your predictions with us.